Hello, this is Ms. Montoya-Rodriguez, and we'll be talking about rounding numbers. Rounding numbers is a tool that we use to help us get close to an actual value. Let's talk about what if I want to round this number, 14 and 69 hundredths, to the nearest tenth. The tenth is this 6 right here. We've got a rule. If we say that we're going to have 5, if this number next to it is 5 or more, then the 6 is going to go up. So what we're looking at is we're trying to see, is this going to be 14 and 6/10 or is this going to be 14 and 7/10? Well, the rule says that if it's 5 or more, we add one more. So we're going to add one more to this number. Okay? So this becomes 14 and one more is 7. This basically becomes that 0. But this 0 doesn't help us, so we're going to get rid of our 0. We're going to just simply say 14 and 7/10. What if you want to round to our nearest ones? Well, the nearest ones is going to be the 4 in this case. So the 4, we want to look at the number next to this. The number is a 6. Well, again, we said 5 or more. We're going to add one more to that number. This is our ones position. So in this case, we'll have 15. Instead of having 14, we now add one more, go to 15. Again, these numbers basically become zeros, so we don't want to include them because it doesn't actually give us more information. So we're going to get rid of these because the whole idea is to make the math a little easier. So our answer is 15. What if we want to go all the way to our tens position? All right, our tens position is the 1 in this case. All right. The 1, looking at the number next door, it says, well, we're trying to figure out, is this going to stay a 1 or are we going to add one more? Well, the number next to this is a 4, so that means the 1's going to stay the same. All of these, again, become zeros. So this is 0 now. 0, 0. Now, if we're at the store and you saw this number, this looks like $10. We do not need these two zeros, but we do need this one. This one is necessary to complete this number. So this goes away, and we have the number 10. So all of these are somewhat close. This one's much closer to that. The further out we go up, this is a little further away, but this is even further away. So it just depends on what we want to do. If we want a ballpark, what we call a ballpark number, we will simply round here all the way to the tenths. All right, let me show you some adding, subtracting, and multiplying and dividing with this. Let's use this new tool of rounding to help us estimate. We're going to be using estimating our answers so that we can do some quick math. All right, in this case, I just want to estimate. I want to round to the nearest tenth. Let's say I want the nearest tenth. Remember, this is a tens position, tenths with a TH position. I want to round this. So this is going to go up one more because it's 5 or more. So this number goes up one more. So that's 4 and 1/10 plus the number next to the tenth position is a 4. So we're just going to let it stay. That is 2 and 0. But because this is a 0, we actually don't need it. We can leave it if we want, but when we add these, the math becomes very easy. 0 plus 1, 1. Remember your decimal point. 2 plus 4 is 6. The answer is 6 and 1/10. Here we have another problem. It's subtracting. Let's say that in this case, I just want to round to my nearest ones position. I'm underlining the ones. The number next to the 1, again, we're trying to find out if it's going to stay a 3 or are we going to go up one more. The number next to it is 4. We said 5 or more, so this is less. We're going to let it rest. So we're going to have 23 minus, well, what's the number next to this? It's an 8. So that means our number is going to go up one more. We're going to use a 1. Now we have a very simple problem. 23 minus 1 equals 22. Finally, let's do some multiplication and division using rounding. I want to round this, but I'm really going to round in this case. I'm going to round all the way to my tens position. Okay, So I'm going to look at the number next door. This is a 2, so that means I'm going to let that stay. 5, remember these become zeros. We said that we have this. We have to have the 0 there because it's part of the 50, makes the 50. But the one in the decimal we don't need, so let's get rid of that. There we go. This one I'm going to round. Well, what's the next number? It's a 7, so I want to make this a 7 now. The ones position becomes a 0.0. Remember, we're getting rid of that. Oh, there we go. And now we have a simple problem. 5 times 7, 35. How many zeros? 2 zeros. Bring the zeros down. Our answer is 3,500. Okay, in this case, we're going to use division. What I want to do is I want to round to my ones position. My ones position. Okay. Let's round this. This again, 5 or more. 5 or more. Go up 1 more. So this is 49 divided by what? Divided by, well, this is a 2, so this is going to stay. 49 divided by 7 equals 7, right? 7 times 7 is 49. And that is adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing using rounding as a tool.